watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.
The agricultural sector relies heavily on trucks and is one of the most significant truck consumers out there in the nation today. But there is only one solution that can help dealers ring that bell. On today's show, we are pleased to welcome the CEO and president of the Certified Agriculture Group, Mr. Pat Driscoll, to tell us more about his offering and how it can help dealers nationwide. Thank you, Pat, so much for taking the time out of your schedule there to join us on the show.
Jim, appreciate the invite. I haven't seen you since NADA.
I know. We were kind of mates there together in terms of our booths. We were back to back, and your booth was extremely busy. A lot of dealers wanting to know more about what you guys offer. As we talked about before we got started today recording, these trucks are starting to fill back up. Dealers want to know what's the best way to get rid of them and also make some money doing that. And so for those that are not as familiar with what your company does and how it helps dealers, tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, I guess the thing that we do is we refer to ourselves as a vertically integrated marketing solution for dealers that want to target the agricultural. And of course, that's a lot of marketing language. The bottom line is we're a turnkey solution for dealers that want to touch the agriculture community. And it's not just sales, Jim. I want to point out too that it's also about fixed operations revenue that we can help dealers improve. We do see truck inventories growing, as we were talking about.
That's right.
But we also, through the pandemic and the supply chain issue, gained even more of an appreciation for the fixed operations revenue and its importance to the dealership. And we are the channel. We're the only agriculture program in the automotive industry. Wow. We're the channel that helps dealers increase sales and increase their fixed ops revenue with the ag industry.
Wow, that's fantastic. And the ag industry is absolutely tremendous, right? And every one of them, as you mentioned, buys a truck. They buy trucks.
Well, let's review some numbers real quick. So what we know from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, 2.2 million farms in the country.
Really?
What we know from industry research is an average of 3 trucks per farm or ranch.
Wow.
What we also know from industry research, 45.7% of farms and ranches rotate at least one of those trucks or replace one annually.
Really?
If you run the math, that's about 930,000 trucks that agriculture buys in any given year. And we also know from the industry research, 60% new, 40% used is the ratio.
Okay, wow. Because they're using these trucks every single day in their line of work, so they're just going through them a lot quicker.
Jim, we beat the snot out of our trucks. we do. They go to town and pick up parts. They deliver parts. They're the bedroom. They're the boardroom. They're the kitchen. It's the one tool, the one piece of equipment that we use every day of every week, of every month, of every year. And we are not, from bouncing through dead furrows to pastures that are full of hoof pocks and everything else, we are not kind to our trucks.
No. So what kind of trucks are these people buying for the most part?
Good question. And again, we can refer to industry research, in this case from Farm Journal Media. They show us this is contrary to what a lot of folks might think is the case. Because people think agriculture, heavy duty, right? Actually, the number one series of truck on the farm is a 1500 or a 150 series truck.
No kidding.
62% of farms.
Those vehicles are sitting on dealers' lots as they listen to this right now.
Exactly.
Right.
62% of farms have at least one of those. You get into the 250, 2500 series truck, it's close. 61% have at least one of those. But then when you get to the 350 or 3500, you drop down to 32% of farms have one of those.
Yeah, that's a big truck.
So it's a bigger truck, but it can be geographic.
Yeah.
You get into the big cattle country, you're going to find the heavy duties, and so those numbers will almost reverse in some of those areas.
Right. Yeah. So that's all very interesting data. I mean, it really is. I know that dealers are like, there's a whole lot of trucks going on there. Do you help the dealer with this process along? I mean, drill down a little bit and tell me what it is you're bringing to the dealer's table to say, how do we sell more trucks to the ag community?
You bet, and that gets back to that turnkey solution. Because we've learned, for everything we knew about agriculture when we started this thing 10 years ago, we didn't know so much about the dealer world. And it's remarkable, actually, a lot of the parallels between dealers and farmers and ranchers.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of parallels, not the least of which is a lot of family history.
On both sides,
dealers.
that's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
But what we do to help the dealer is getting back to that vertically integrated language. We've got layers, and those layers integrate with themselves. It starts with our certified agriculture dealer component. We train dealers. We, as farmers and ranchers, created proprietary training. We had it peer reviewed by National Agriculture in the classroom, so that we knew we were hitting educational benchmarks with our training program. And for a dealer to become certified, they have to go through this training. It's all online, and it takes about 4 hours to get through the training.
And would that be everybody that is customer facing in that dealership, or is it just for the dealer principal?
Great question. We require at least one each from sales, parts, and service. So no matter where the agricultural customer touches that dealership, there's at least a go-to agriculture person at that store. So they go through the training. They become the certified agriculture dealership. That's our benchmark. That's the gold standard that we promote when we do all of our marketing and advertising in the ag community. Look for the certified ag dealer badge, and you know that's a dealer that's dedicated to the ag customer. Now we get to the next layer. Once they get certified, they can begin to offer AgPack, which is all of these companies that you see on the sleeves and the back of the shirts that we wear. This is a collaboration of all of these global agriculture companies that are putting exclusive rebates and discounts essentially on the hood of the truck. So we've got to buy the truck anyway. We've got to buy tires because we're always blowing up tires on tractors and implements and whatnot. We've got to buy fertilizer. We've got to buy feed and seed and gates. We have to buy all these things. That's what all these companies do. And so a certified ag dealer can put AgPack on the hood. It's per truck, not per customer. It's not unusual for a farmer to buy 2 or 3 trucks at a time. So it's per truck. And it's on new and used trucks. And you can also offer it on orders.
And what are you offering? The discounts throughout all of these different things?
All of these different organizations. Not every farmer and rancher is going to want every one of these discounts or rebates. But every farmer or rancher is going to use some combination of these. And if you do have a big enough operation that you can be aggressive and use all of these, you can actually save the farm or ranch customer, just because they buy the truck from you as a certified ag dealer, you can save them $30,000 to $35,000 in operating expenses. Now, as a farmer, I look at that and I say, that's like agricultural hood cash, And I don't want to confuse dealers thinking that this is a discount on the cost of the truck. It's not. But as a farmer, I am already doing the math. Just knowing you've got AgPack going, I can say that as of this moment, I'm going to use, I've got 12 months to use all these, but right now I can use $18,000 worth of, I'm going to use that money to write down the cost of my truck.
That's great.
So it's we do call it agricultural hood cash. But that's that layer. And then we've got another layer, the vertically integrated piece here, and that's agtrucktrader.com. So as a certified agriculture dealer, you get to put your AgPack eligible inventory on agtrucktrader.com. Only certified agriculture dealers can put inventory on agtrucktrader.com. And that is the point that we drive agriculture to go, to register for their AgPack ID number, to find their nearest certified ag dealer, and to search their inventory all in one spot. Turnkey. And we even give them guidance on how to customize AgPack by working with local agribusinesses and creating their own little, and a great example is Tony Maniotis out at Victory Motors in Craig, Colorado. He's signed up 3 local agribusinesses, so he's got the Victory Motors AgPack. It's our AgPack plus what he's doing locally.
He's customized a little bit.
Absolutely. So even if there was another dealer in town that had certified ag status and had AgPack, they would offer our AgPack, but they'd have to compete with Tony's AgPack, which is another $2,000 or $3,000 on top of ours.
Now, for the dealers that are watching, that are saying, I'm really not out in the, I'm not out in the farmland. I'm not, I've got a city store here. Now, granted, maybe 20 miles away, 30 miles away, there's farmers and there's farmland and what have you, but I'm in the city. Is this going to help me?
It's a great question. And my response is another question. Can I surprise you? Let me surprise you. And we actually have access to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's county level agricultural data. And so we will pull up your store's county data, and I can tell you exactly how many farms are in that county.
Wow.
I can show you the surrounding counties. I can show you the types of production.
Sure.
I can show you the all kinds of demographical data about the farm makeup.
Sure.
Male versus female. Everything you want to know about agriculture in your area. And I'm telling you, 9.9 times out of 10, Jim, it's I had no idea.
Right. Right.
People don't. Right. It's like we were talking about. Agriculture is tucked into every little nook and cranny.
Yeah.
Don't think of agriculture as just being the wide open, waving fields of grain in the wind. That's agriculture, but so is the 20-acre gladiola operation, floriculture, aquaculture, fish farming, a small 10-acre parcel of Christmas trees.
Yeah.
In my state.
About that. Yeah.
That's all agriculture.
And it should be said that if in the event that I am an inner city store, I'm on the outskirts of the city with my dealership, although I'm not out in the farmland per se, but I happen to be the only certified ag dealer in that vicinity, that I'm going to get that business that comes through you, right?
Right.
Because I'm the only one doing it.
Correct.
Even though there may be other dealers that are closer to some of these farms. Hey, rumor has it that you guys are announcing a specialty agriculture finance tool very soon.
We
Can
are.
you talk to us about that?
Absolutely. It's going to be called CADFI, which stands for Certified Agriculture Dealership Financing.
Okay.
It's a product dealers will be able to use in the store.
Nice.
And what separates agricultural financing from normal financing is we need irregular payment terms.
Okay.
A cash cropper, corn, soybeans, peanuts, cotton, where we have a once-a-year harvest, we get paid once a year.
Okay.
For those cash-type crops.
Okay.
In the fruit world and nuts, typically a lot of that goes into cold storage and is released throughout the year, and so we tend to get paid quarterly for those kinds of products. Cattle producers, they get paid twice a year out of the calf crops.
Okay.
So we like to have equipment payments that match our cash flow.
Wow, very interesting.
Through CADFI,
Right.
farmers are going to be able to finance their truck,
Right.
which they can not find anywhere else, on the same kind of terms that they're paying their tractors,
Nice.
Their implements, where
Wow.
it's you can get monthly. The dairy guys are good with monthly. They get paid monthly.
Right.
But the rest of your sectors of agriculture will
Very
be able
nice.
to get quarterly payments,
Yeah.
biannual payments, annual payment
That's huge
terms.
for a farmer.
Huge
right?
for agriculture, absolutely. Not as much right now, because agriculture's economy always runs counter-cycle to the general economy.
Okay.
And so right now, agriculture is on top of the world.
Okay.
We have record profits, balance sheets are better than they've
That's
been
great.
in years. But we still finance.
Sure, of course.
And
why use your capital? Put it back in the. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That is fantastic. So thank you so much for coming in. Pat Driscoll, CEO and President of Certified Agriculture Group. We're showing all the information on the screen right now. This is something, dealers, that why would you not look into this? This is a no-brainer. If I was back in the car business today, I'm telling you, this is what I would look into. I think you're going to be very surprised to see, first, how many farms are close by, and second, the kind of money that you might be leaving on the table with these men and women that are buying trucks constantly. And as your lots start to fill back up, and many of you know who I'm talking about because you've called me and said, I got a 2-month supply of trucks out there right now, and that's only going to get more and more. So you got to move these vehicles. This is a great way to do it. These are the kind of solutions that we want to be bringing you here at CBT News. So Pat, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And as I said, we're showing all the information as to how to get a hold of Pat. If a dealer just calls you and says, hey, let me just tell you where I'm at, maybe you can consult with me for 4 or 5 minutes and tell me, is it worth, going down this road? You'll take that call.
We're
and
always
help
there.
them out.
Absolutely, and
Awesome.
it doesn't day, night, weekends. We always answer the phone.
Sounds good.
It's just like farming. You never turn it off.
And if they sign up, can they get a shirt like that?
We've worked those deals out too, Jim.
Work those out. That's right. All right, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.